Okay, it's Friday the 20th of November. We're just about at the 8 o'clock open. I'm looking to take a trade at the open if it sets up the way I hope it does. So that will be the live trade for today. What I'm going to start doing in the future is I'm going to start just picking a random trade through the week. I'll record it and that will be the live trade. I'll still post it up on a Friday. What I've been doing so far is just taking the first trade on a Friday morning, recording that one. However, quite often it's been trades that I'm taking off of market dynamics. They're still excellent trades, but I'd rather record trades that are having um, setups that I can talk you through exactly, guide you through every step of the way. I think it'll be a lot more beneficial. So I'm still going to talk you through this trade. I'll talk you through the reasoning behind it after the trade completes. I'm going to be looking to go short just at the open. Where's my target? My target's going to be down towards 6,330. However, now that it's pushed up into here, I probably won't let it come all the way down here. I'll just close it out for 15 points, 20 points. I've already made my weekly target, so I don't need to hold on to it long term. The market's pushing up quite strongly. Still expecting something to come off the market at the open. You can see over here we're 20 seconds, 19 seconds. What I'll do is I just enter, 4 or 5 seconds before the open. Okay, so we're now short the market. The market is now open. You can see this candle's gonna bounce around like crazy. You always get quite a lot of volatility in the, especially at the 8 o'clock open, but usually for the first sort of hour, 2 hours is when the market will move the quickest, make the most significant moves with each candle. I'm just going to let the video run. I won't necessarily talk through the entire trade, because there's not much to say. The trade is running. So we're still pushing up, still buyers trying to push this market up. Yesterday we had another strong run up. Last sort of few trading days we've had very strong up days. So I'm expecting something to come off of the market. I'm looking for it to come off at the open. That's why I'm short. So yeah, we'll see if it comes in. You can see the market is still trying to push higher. It's not really going anywhere so far, which is a good sign. So although it has pushed up, it's not really done anything. It's pushed itself up to, let's have a look, the high 6356.7. And it's just been sort of forcing itself up there, then dropping, forcing itself up there, then dropping. So it is still a good sign for the trade that I'm in. We'll probably see a reaction when it gets down to these levels, which is the 6344. However, I would be expecting the market to come off a bit further than that. It could potentially come all the way down to the pivot. If we get down towards a sort of 6.3, let me have a look. If we get down to the sort of 6.340 levels, what I'll do is I'll close out 75% of the position, and I'll just let the rest of the move run. I'll bring the stop to break even, and I'll set a target down at the pivot point. So it's coming off nicely now, and we can see we've had a little bit of a mash up here before the open as well. So we'll probably get a bounce off here. You'll probably see the candle come to here and then jump up a little bit. This is the perfect sort of area for buyers to step in who are still expecting the market to push higher. You can also see it's reacted over here. So it's a 6348 level. We will most likely see some sort of buying coming in if it gets there. Just whilst this trade's running, actually, I just want to quickly go over the trading room again. I mentioned that the trading room subscription is going to be limited. It's not going to be unlimited, where an unlimited number of people can join the trading room. Since I've posted that video, I've had a lot of emails and messages. So there's the reaction there. You can see it's popped up. I've had a lot of messages from people who are looking to join the room. They're wanting to reserve a place in the room. In the interest of fairness, what I'm going to do is, in January, I'm going to email everyone who has registered at the trading site with details how to sign up. What I'm going to do is I'll leave registration open for a week. If somehow the registration gets to the 25 to 30 people, I'll leave it open, and then at the end of the week, if it is above 30 people, I'll just close the subscription and nobody else will be able to register. So it might go over the 25 to 30. It's impossible to tell who's going to take up and join the trading room until it launches. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, that's what I will do. So you can see we've had the reaction here off of the 6348 level. So it's a very good area for buyers coming to the market. However, I am still expecting the market to sell off. So I wasn't one of the buyers buying in here. You can see you've had the reaction here. It's also a key level, 6348. That's why I've marked it onto the chart. So this candle's closed down, it's pushed back up. So we're just going to continue to watch. So you can see now it's pushing back down into the 6348 levels. We'll still get a little bit of reaction. What tends to happen is if it's going to break a level, it comes down, you get your reaction, and then the next sort of candle will, well, you can see what it's doing here is it's ramming itself down into it and then pushing off, but every time it pushes off, it rams itself back down again. What this is doing is every time it comes down here, there will be buyers stepping in. So if you see it keep testing the level, testing the level, testing the level, it's almost like it's clearing out the buyers. Like, eventually there will be no more buyers that are willing to step in, risk more money, and so, well, as you can see here, it's broken the level. It's away now. If we get to £15 per point, 15 points, sorry, what I'll do is I'll close out £20 of the position. So I've already mentioned how to do this in other videos. This is pro real time. My broker is IG. On pro real time, you can see the size of the position is 25 per point. It's a sell position. So if it gets to 15 points, you need to make sure your stop and your limit order are unticked. So you can see it's ticked here, which means if I enter an order now, it will automatically place a stop. You want this unticked, and then you enter a position in the opposite direction. So I'd enter a buy position. If you don't have these unticked, when you enter another position trying to close out part of this position, what happens is you just open another position. So if I had this switched on, I hit buy, what would happen is I would enter a buy position here, I'd have a 30-point stop, and I'd be £20 a point going long. So you need to make sure you always have these unticked when you are trying to close out part of your position. It's very important. Saves you silly mistakes, saves you silly losses. I must admit, in the past I have made that mistake. That's why I'm always very careful now. So yeah, we're down at almost 10 points. As I've said, I've already made target for this week. I was going to just leave trading completely today, have a day off, but I wanted to make a live trade. Okay, so we're not doing much. I don't want the video to be too long, so what I will do is I'll pause it and come back if we start to get either a reaction of it pushing higher or if we get it closing down towards the 15 points. Okay, that candle has closed. You can see we're having a strong reaction at the open of the next candle. It tried to react over this level here. It was pushing higher, however, it's closed below that level now, which is these highs here at 6.345. It closed down at 6.343. So now I'm more confident that it will come down to the 15 points. However, with it reacting like this, all I would do, bring the stop down to break even. It's now a free trade, so if it does happen to ramp itself all the way back up and stop me out, it doesn't matter. It's a completely risk-free trade now. Okay, so now we're pushing back up and we're testing this level again now from the underside. So it's now came down, it was support, it's broken through it, it's now testing it as resistance. You can actually see it's breaking through it. It may come back up and stop me out of break even. What you also have to realize is if this candle closes, I mean, it's still quite a long way until the close of the candle, but let's say this candle closed down here. So we had a green body, a bullish body, but it's very small, and then you have a very long tail like this. A lot of people look at this as a sell signal, and they think, oh, that's confirmation that the move is going to fall down. However, with it being next to other candles, there's no space to the left of it. This would actually be a continuation spike. So if anything, it would be bullish. If the candle did actually close like that, I mean, there's still a very high chance that it is going to come down, in my opinion. However, if the candle did close like that, I probably would close the position, just because so often when that happens, you get the next candle suddenly spiking up. So we can see we've had a ramp up now. We are coming down. Let me just delete this. So hopefully it will fall down to the 15 points. If it does, as I've said, I'll close out the £20 a point. So I'll be left with £5 a point, risk-free trade, and I will let it run down towards the pivot. And I'll probably just sit it just above. I'll probably sit it up at 6.330. Okay, so 14.5. So we're just waiting now for the 15 if it does get there. There we go, 15 points profit. There we go. So you can see I clicked into a buy order. It didn't open any other positions. All it's done is reduce this down to £5 per point. So now the £20 a point has been locked into profit at plus 15 points. So now all I do is add a limit order. Oh, wrong one. It's one of the things that I really don't like about Pro Real Time is that once you put a stop to break even like that, so I'm just going to do it again, stops at break even, it makes it very difficult to then add a limit order. Because limit order is right here, and oftentimes when you click it, it tries to move the stop. So I'll try it again anyway. See, it's the buy stop again. Let's move it down. So there we go, there's a limit order there. Yeah, it's really not. So there we go. So you can see the limit order's now been placed. So I just move the stop back up to break even now. And there we go. So that's one of the bugbears of Pro Real Time. It's quite annoying, but what can you do? Okay, so you can see it's breaking through now. I will talk you over after, especially the way the market was setting up the previous price action. I do have very certain criteria for trades like this, which also are out with just looking at the market structure. I also check into a lot of news reports, and there are certain things that have to happen. I can't really go into these. These are trades that taken me a very long time to develop. The trades on the trading site, they're all very, very high probability. They're the main trades that I use. However, I do have other trades also. So we're at 17.5. What I'll do is, as this is running, I'll take you over the trade now. So on the daily time frame, let's get zoomed right in. First of all, we can see over the weekend we gapped down. Then we had an enormous ramp up on the Monday. So it closed the gap and then closed all the way up here. We've then pushed higher, pushed higher, pushed higher. So what we can see is we had this day here, which is a relatively strong up day, and we've had another strong up day which has rejected. Still a positive day, however, the body is a lot smaller than this body. We've also had a rejection tail, and the key is the rejection tail has come at a very important area in the market. So you can see we're in a very strong resistance area right here. You know, we've got tails of this candle, tail of this candle. We've got the bottom of all these candles, these tails. So it is a very strong area for rejection. Now, the next day, the market has opened positive once more. You can see the candle's still green. This is early hours trading, overnight trading. It's not, it's not London Stock Exchange trading. So the market is opening positive again. It's everyone who's looking at this, expecting the bullish run to continue, and they're just buying relatively blindly, in my opinion. Just expecting, oh, we've got lots of green candles. This is going to be a further bullish move. It's people, they don't want to miss the move. So we had right here, 7:55 a.m. the market shot up, which is quite often what will happen if these sort of trades are going to come in. So if I'm looking for a sell, quite often this will happen right before. It's a confirmation for me that floods of people are trying to buy the market. Okay, so I'm now on my IG account. I've got the profit and loss here. All on the Ftse as always, 5-minute time frame. And you can see the results down here. We've had one loss this week. The rest have all been profits. This is one of the reasons why I'm going to stop doing the results, just purely because I've had such a good run recently. There are very few losses. It's not realistic expectations for traders. Please believe me, I do have down days, and there are occasionally down weeks. It happens in trading. It's all part of trading. So for anyone who feels disheartened or feels like they should be doing a lot better because of previous results, please believe me, trading, it comes in almost waves. You'll have very good runs, then you'll have maybe average times, then you'll have some down days, maybe you'll have a down week, and then you'll get back to good profitability. The key is just to always follow your plan, trust your plan, and don't beat yourself up if you do have losing trades. It's not your fault. Trading is probabilities based. So if we total all this up for this week, including today's trade, 2,561, that's pounds sterling, done for the day, done for the week. I hope you all had a great trading week. I'm James Orr, and thank you.